Indian economy is going through a bad phase. This was further established by the data which got released today. The GDP numbers don't look very promising. In fact, India's economy grew at the slowest pace in more than 6 years at 5% in the June quarter of 2019-20. In fact, when you look at the numbers, the economy had decelerated for the sixth consecutive quarters, and it absolutely raises the fears which the analysts and the experts have been talking about for some time now, that the pain is not yet over for the economy. Perhaps when you look at the way that this entire economy slowdown kind of a scenario which has been built up, it also in the process what has happened is when you look at the numbers which have come out today, India lost the fastest growing economy tag to China, with Chinese economy growing at around 6.2% despite the trade war which is happening with the US. So if you look at the GDP numbers which have come out today, and this is well below the 5.7% projected by most analysts, so they might further revise the entire year growth for India's GDP. And so basically we are looking at maybe there might be more downward revisions coming from other quarters as well for the expected GDP growth for the economy. So these numbers also come at a time when we have already seen the India's automobile sector going through a sluggish phase. Also, most of the economists and the analysts believe that the problem lies in a slump in the consumption demand. Also at a time when the investment demand remains weak. Now the private consumption expenditure, which further decelerated to 18 quarters low at 3.1% in the June quarter. The other numbers also do not look very promising. The auto sector has seen a deceleration in sales for the 9 consecutive months till July, while stagnant rural wages have led to a fall in demand for certain manufactured food items as well. So overall, it's not a very nice spot for the Indian economy to be in. Also comes at a time when the government has set up a target of becoming a 5 trillion economy by 2025. So when you look at when you break down the data for the quarter which has come out, among service sectors, only trade, hotels, communication segment have grown faster in June quarter at 7.1% than the March quarter growth of 6%. Both the financial services and public administration services have decelerated in the June quarter. While the financial services grew at 5.9%, the public administration services grew at 8.5%. In fact, the only bright spot has been the electricity sector, which has seen a robust growth in demand, with it's growing at around 8.6% in the June quarter compared to 4.3% in the March quarter. So overall, not a very nice spot for the Indian economy to be in. However, the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman has been announcing a slew of measures that the government is trying to revive the economy, also to kind of boost the private investments as well. A lot of credit has been tried to be made available. In fact, this also comes at a time when the government has announced the merger of the banks to create strong banking financial institutions in the country to make credit available for one and all.